Okay, so here's a little series we're working on in class today. We're sort of starting with this idea of using a frame to escape the bear hug from under the arms. So whatever side my opponent's head is on, I'm taking the arm, framing against the neck, reinforcing. Let's actually switch sides so you can see the other side. Frame against the neck, reinforce the wrist, and then I drive the chin backwards as I step back with my frame, okay? Now again, if you're paying attention to your opponent as they move forward, there's really no reason you should be getting bear hugged from the start. If she comes in, I should be able to intercept them before she actually locks the bear hug up. So we're using that same frame, but now to prevent her from locking the bear hug up. So as she comes in, I frame against the neck as they're on the way in. Don't raise the arms up, but bring it up and forward from your center line. So she comes in, I step back and frame. If she pressures in at me, I want to be able to adjust my base as necessary, not letting my frame collapse. Now, what we were working on is the idea is if she starts to push in, if she gets the idea to try to duck her head underneath and then move towards me, that sort of gets around my frame. So what we're going to do to prevent that is as she ducks underneath, I just follow and I lock up sort of a one-handed tie clinch, kind of goosenecking the hand here. Now at this point, as she goes to turn in, I pull her into the fully locked tie clinch, and from here we throw the skip knees. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that much again, and then adding on. So she moves in. Frame, she goes to circle under. Single arm clinch, she turns in, tie clinch. Your skip knees, however many you want, and then from here we finished in the guillotine. Here. So let's do that much one more time. Now, once we got to the guillotine, we've got several options here. Looking at it from the perspective of the person being guillotined. So we're going to actually switch out here. So if I'm the one being guillotine choked, we've got a couple escape options. One, standing escape is hook the arm, come up underneath the jaw with the forearm, peel the arm down as you push the chin back. Here, from this point, you might could go for a standing kimura. You might could throw some knees, even finish with a guillotine yourself if you want. Your other escape that'll take it down to the ground. Same thing here, release some pressure on the neck, then I bring this up over the back, and I wrap this up as tight as I can. She can pull up as hard as she wants here. I can actually come completely off the ground, and I'm still not being choked because I've got all my pressure on the shoulder. So as she pulls up, I hop around to the side. I use the knee to collapse her leg and bend her backwards. Taking it down to a side control, getting good base, pulling this arm out, pressure on the neck, pop the head free, pin the arm down. From here, any submission you want, you can go under for a kimura, straight arm lock, Americana, sit up and strike, whatever you want. So those are your two escape options. If I'm looking at it from the perspective of me throwing the guillotine, a couple options. Number one, if I want to just finish with a little bit more control, I can just sit down and pull guard. Here, pull guard and finish the choke there. Another thing that may happen is your opponent may try to shoot in and tackle you, and if that happens, from here, I can still pull guard. She grabs the legs and takes me down. I can still try to pull guard, but I'd rather do that when I want, not when she wants to take me down. So if they do take me down, I like to stuff the shot instead. So what I do, as she reaches for the legs, I drop the leg back, the same side that's choking, I drop that leg back. The other arm underhooks here and jacks the elbow up so she can't reach that leg. So all at the same time she reaches for the legs, I drop back in control. Now inevitably, she's still going to try to reach for that opposite leg. When she does, I pull the hand out, and I have my takedown here. And then, of course, from this point, I can control the arm and strike. I might sit back for the straight arm lock here. A lot of finish options from there. You can kind of do whatever you like. So all the way through from the beginning, she moves in for the bear hug. Frame, she circles under. Single hand clinch, tie clinch here. Skip knees to the guillotine, and then you've got your finishes. So she could practice one of the escapes here, or from here, she might go for the legs, wrap, and then I finish with the takedown. You can also do standing arm locks here if you want. Let's do one time all the way through with the attempted takedown after the guillotine.